Hello comrade, yes it's me, a Yorkshireman now, living in Wales, still living in Wales, still enjoying Wales. So, today comrades, I want to talk about our elected officials, members of the Senate and the pay rise they've got. Now, you will have seen on the news it was supposed to be 3% and then a board, yes a board, funded by us, decided to give them 6%. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight and my thoughts on it all. So, as you can see, this is a board and it's the Independent Review Board, and what they're trying to do is give us value for money for the people of Wales. I love it when they say the people of Wales, because what I don't know is it's so misleading and untruth, it's unbelievable. Because let me remind everybody, they don't listen to the people of Wales. Anyway, so this board here, these are 4 of the members. I've looked at them. Are they everyday working folk? No. They're actually very much professional people, like our politicians mostly are. Right then, and how much does it cost us? Now, I thought I'd go with this one because I like to know how my money's being spent. Now, bearing in mind these have decided to give our elected officials, members of the Senate, that don't have a job, 6%. And in 2017 to 18, according to all the documentation, it cost about 36 grand, give or take. And then for some reason, 2022, 23, it jumped a tad. When I say tad, it jumped up to £292,000. Yes, anyway, don't get any better, because this time it's costing us just over £500,000. Now, according to my maths, by the time we get another 36 people in, yes, 36 more, that could easily double. And from what I can tell, it's gone on staffing costs. Anyway, let's have a look at what these people get. These people, now this one, I've never seen a daily rate like this. Like 7.5 grand. Wow, I mean that's a lot, isn't it? The others are about £1,000 as a daily rate. Now that don't really sort of add up with what I see below there, so I don't know how they're doing it. But interestingly, Hugh there, he only claimed at £8.85. Now, I have seen all this stuff before and I know how it sort of works out, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get myself in trouble. Anyway, let's go back to this board here. So this board here say that the other people of Wales, and they have a vacancy, but look what it says here for the vacancy. They only want a former elected politician. Now, that discounts, should imagine, 80% of the Welsh people out, including myself. I'm from Yorkshire, but now I live in Wales. I don't know if that goes against me. Anyway, so I'm going to say it's sort of limited, isn't it? Now, how can you have independence if you only want people from a certain expertise? Right, now, let me get one thing out of the way to begin with, and that is members of the Senate. Members of the Senate, and I've read a lot of their little comments and statements, think they have a job. They don't have a job, they're elected. They put their hand up, they step forward, they got elected, right? And they know it goes from A to B, that's it, for a 4 to 5 year period. In addition to that, what makes them not have a job is the fact is that they literally are unaccountable to anybody. Literally unaccountable, right? That's not a job. In addition to that, they don't have a performance review, they don't have objectives, they don't have a sickness policy, they basically can't get sacked, they can't get disciplined. So they don't have a job, but when I've read through all the information, they seem to think they should be treated like a job. No, you start, you finish when you lose an election. That's it. You have to live with the circumstances. It's not like they didn't know to begin with. Oh, I didn't think it'd be like this. And also, to be a politician, which is a good thing, you don't need any qualifications, you don't need any experience. All you need to do, from what I can tell, is, I don't know. You tell me what you think. I'm not going to say what I think. Anyway, so but in addition, this board, the independent board, they also think they have a job because they've got people from job evaluation companies coming in. Now, why are you paying them? I don't know. But I've seen this sort of thing before in the NHS, where the NHS have, let's say, accountants in, and then they bring in an external firm of accountants to do the job of the people already paid. Well, don't make any sense. So as you can see, I'm not impressed with any of this at all. However, these people then decided, as you can see in 24 highlighted, they had exceptional circumstances. And they were going to get 3%, but then they decided to do 6%. And the 6% is based on the average wages in Wales. So here's this one here, this is where it comes from. The medium gross weekly earnings in Wales, full-time adults, blah blah blah, 6%. Right, now how did that happen? Now, I've seen this trick before. And literally what's happened, as you can see on here, is the First Minister decided to give the public sector between 5 and 6%, basically 6%. Now, their wage, the elected people, is also based on 6%, because what they've said is they're taking the average wage. Now, the average wage also comes from minimum wage. They also set the minimum wage. So essentially what you've got is the elected officials are, I would say, manipulating the system so they get a good pay rise. You couldn't make it up, could you? I've seen this before. Now, what I also don't get, and I have had some experience of dealing with pay issues, normally pay, last time I looked, was based on inflation. Now, according to this figure, oh, where's this from? I think this is also Welsh documentation or whatever it is. This literally says it's 3.5%. Now, I know it isn't 3.5%. What it's more like is about 10 to 15%, because every time you go out, something's gone up. Now then, and now the question is, who's caused that to happen? Well, good question, Philip, and I have the answer. What I will tell you, it's not me and it's not you. It is our elected officials who, by pursuing some bizarre policies without our agreement or without us being asked, they pursued net zero. They don't even know what they're doing or how they're going to do it. They then implemented 20 miles an hour. They're then going to implement, they've also implemented ULEZ, low emission zones, which are now also people having to pay for. All these three things are pushing at costs. They've put money onto our utility bills to pay for net zero. They're now going to ban fossil fuels, which means all you've got is one power source. All this is pushing up. And our elected officials are complaining about it, but they've caused it. And it's going to get worse when they introduce road charging, tourist tax and hammering everybody else, including alcohol tax and everybody else, just for doing stuff. Yet they're making out as if they don't know how it's happened. Literally, they have caused high energy costs and they have caused inflation. Why are they getting a pay rise? They should actually get a pay cut. Now, it gets worse because all these things they do don't impact on them because we pay it and they claim it back on expenses. I have never known a role like it where that happens. I mean, you just literally couldn't make it up. So that's why they're not bothered, you see. And this, as I say, it really gets my goat. Right, so the consultation. I put this slide up here, and we have got until 19th of Feb to reply. Now, what I will tell you is everybody else got a chat beforehand. So all these there are a load of different bodies, all public bodies, unions and the rest of it. Oh, we want this, we want that. Us who'll fund it all, well, alas. Even, get this, even our great members of the Senate, they got a cosy one-to-one chat with them if they wanted. Bloody hell. 3 of mine won't even reply. Why are they doing that? And again, is it appropriate? Is it genuinely appropriate that they should be, as the consultation is taking place, not after, arguing for the reasons? We should have first dibs on all of that, I'll tell you that now. Now, of course, it doesn't really get any better because the board themselves, independent board, have decided and said that we're going to look at comparative jobs and, well, it's not a job, mate. You can't do that. In addition to that, they say they're going to look at other politicians in international countries, should I say. Well, which ones? Are you going to look at Africa? I mean, look at third world countries, please do, and then give them the equivalent pay. But you can't do that because it's not a job. I don't get it. It's not a job. Basically, there should be performance-based pay. At this point, the door's all about 50 grand each. Now, the other thing as well, just to get you really going on this, is, and again, we're still paying for their political parties. Now, so at the moment, we're going to give them 1.165 million. That's what, according to what I'd worked out on the slide. And it goes to all of these. Great. Wow. Now, this is where I'm getting a bit sort of like, I don't get this, because if I was a member of the union, I could say I'm not paying your political levy. Why am we all paying for this? So I'm going to ask the board, I'm going to say, well, I don't want to pay this anymore. Why are my taxes, which I don't really, you know, my high taxes and everything else, funding these political parties who literally don't listen to us? You couldn't make it up, could you? So, so the other thing is, and what then happens is they are then turn around this board and say they're open and transparency. Now, in all the documentation, they also say that they'll decide, what they can reveal. So I tested it and I had a bit of a look. They also say they want to promote engagement with the public. Right, to trust, to earn trust. Trust is earned. You can't just say, oh yeah, we've got it. Well, you haven't got it. So I looked at this agenda, 12th of December 24. Clicked on a few pages. All restricted. Well, that's good. I then tried again, and I've been through quite a few. And this one here, 27th of November 24, this one goes on a lot actually. Many pages, and guess what? All restricted. Yep, nothing there. So the question is, what you're going to hide? That's what I want to know. Literally, what you're hiding from us. Now, the other thing is, I'll finish off before I show the so this is what the pay they're going to get now. They're going to end up getting 76 grand plus all these extra bits if you have a role. Why you get extra money for doing something you volunteered for, I don't know. You don't need a qualification, you just have to turn up. And while these lot are doing this, they're not representing the people. See, that's the bit I don't get with all of this, and I've seen it before. Why do you need extra money? Focus on representing the people. This sort of stuff will take care of itself, it always does. So let me finish off with this slide here, and I'll put what I've put at the end as a letter so you can have a look at it. So remember, there's the email address, 108, our blue arrow is there, we have to get our dates in. As I say, personally, I'd suggest that we all write. Right, thank you comrades, bit of a rant, but I do feel in a ranty mood today. So, thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up or a like, because I'm still like... Right, thank you for watching, bye.